It doesn't seem to be on any of these stations.
Looking. Oh, you're going too slow. Let me take the wheel.
It's too fast. How could you even tell what's on?
I can tell. Too late if the morning's not going
What's the deal? It's your girl Machiavelli, and I'm trying to practice looking in the freaking camera, but it's not working because I keep looking at me. But anyways, today I have another video for y'all, and as you seen by the title, okay, we just gonna y'all see me looking back and forth. It is what it is, okay? Sorry, this is my nose ring. I'm not in my nose. Okay, as y'all see by the title, this is going to be a story time on the time that I cheated. And I said cheated because, of course, anytime you step outside of your relationship with your boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, whatever, anytime you step outside of the situation, or I'm sorry, the relationship is cheating, okay? It could be physical. Nah, if you looking at another girl, okay, I'm not going to say that's cheating. I'm not with that. But, like, you know, if you're entertaining anybody else outside of your partner, outside of your relationship, it is cheating. But I do say cheating because I didn't do, like, you know, what you might think I did, okay? Before I get into this video, I need you to like, comment, and subscribe. I want to say thank you for the 300 plus subscribers. I have, I think, 330 right now. And I thank y'all so much. I don't know where y'all coming from, but I'm not even going to question it. I just thank you so much, and I thank you for wherever you got me from, wherever you found me out, like wherever you found my YouTube channel at. I thank you that you came and you subscribe. I'm sorry. I thank you for the likes, the comments, all of that. My last two videos, I think, okay, whatever. My Alexander McQueen shoe review did numbers. My OnlyFans, where I told y'all I was talking to my mom on camera about how she felt about me being on OnlyFans or whatever. I talked to her on camera raw. That was raw footage. That was real. That's doing numbers still. So just if you haven't watched my recent videos, if you're new to my channel, hey, my name is Micah. Welcome to World of Machiavelli, my YouTube channel. If you already been subscribed, welcome back. Make sure you know, share it or whatever. But if you haven't watched my other videos, my recent videos, if this is the first video you've seen of me, go make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on my other recent videos and share and all of that. But I'm gonna start with the rambling. We gonna get into the story. So basically, this relationship was my last relationship, which I met him at the airport. In this story, we're gonna name him John. Okay, we're gonna name him John last April. So 2019, April 2019. I met him at the airport, and long story short, we just exchanged numbers. He was into me, we exchanged numbers, yada yada. I ended up getting fired from the freaking airport on some petty that I really think it was favoritism to this day. I really don't care. I was gonna leave anyway, but I was working at the airport. We had the legit same job, so we would see each other on the days that we worked. But, like, you know, he had his off days, I had my off days. So word just got around that he like thought I was attractive, he was into me, or he was attracted to me or whatever. And we switched numbers, yada yada, started texting. I got fired not too long after we started texting. I say, if not the day after, I'll say, okay, no, not the day after. Some days after, or the week after we started talking or whatever. So whatever, I got fired from the job. I don't work there no more. By the time I got fired, we were still talking and stuff. We were still texting. So I'm trying to fast forward it. We were talking, and then I will say our relationship moved very fast. I went from going, because I wasn't working there no more. He was still working there, but I went from going over to his house, or he stayed with his uncle. So I went from going over to his house to spend the night on, you know, like weekends, because I think his off days was, I think he worked Saturdays. They would get off at like 8, 9, or 10, depending on when the plane came in or whatever, when the last plane came in or whatever. So I think his off day would be Sunday. So his last day working would be Saturday. So he would be off, you know, he would get off Saturday night, and I come over to the night. Yada, yada. So it went from me spending the night over there on weekends, because I think his off days was Sunday and Monday, I think. It went from me coming over there and spending the night. That's what I considered the weekends, because that was his off day. So it went from me spending the night on weekends weekends to like me bringing clothes over, and not necessarily moving in at this time, but like I would bring like, you know, clothes over to stay for like days, and I ended up staying, like I said, it went from weekends to like I damn near was living with him. It moved very fast. I think that's why the relationship kind of, okay, whatever, you're not good for that. So like I said, we was moving fast. I was spending the night over there. I went from spending the night to damn near living over there, and he was still working at the airport. So while he was going at work, I mean, it was really fun. It was cool. We wasn't in a relationship at this time. This is still April. I think it was the end of April around this time. So in the beginning of May is when cause I started moving in and living with him. Like I would say 2 to 3 weeks into the situationship, because we wasn't in a relationship yet. And like, yeah, like that's, yeah. So, so while he was at work, I would be, cause he lived upstairs. And while he's going at work, cause the shifts would be, I think the shifts was 1:45 to like 10 or something like that. It was, but he would leave for work at like 12:30 so he can get there early or whatever. Yeah, so he would be going to work, and I would just be at his uncle's crib. And it wasn't really so much awkward because they didn't make me feel awkward. And when I say they, I mean his uncle and John's cousin, or not blood cousin, but John's cousin or whatever. I don't know if he's gonna be relevant in this story. We'll see later on in the story. But John's cousin was also sharing the upstairs with John, and the upstairs was pretty huge. It's one of those upstairs where it could be like a 1-bedroom, but it was enough to where they have, you know, like 2 separate sides, whatever. So I would be there, and like I said, they didn't make me feel uncomfortable or nothing, so it wasn't really awkward. Like his cousin was real cool, and then his uncle was real cool too. So, but like I said, like while he was going at work, I would be there, you know, just watching TV. I don't think I played the game or nothing. I'd be watching TV, watching movies while he gone. I was looking for work, but in the meantime, I was there while he was going at work, and I would be I just would be there, you know, just till he got off work in the next 8 or 9 hours or whatever. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I would be there until he got off work, and on his off days we would go to the movies sometimes, and sometimes we would just stay in and just, like, you know, go get some food or something like that. The dates was real minimal, and when I say minimal, I'm not saying it like, I don't want y'all to think I'm saying we did go on dates, but it wasn't a date to me. It's like us going out was minimal. Like, we would go to the movies here and there. We would go to the every time we went to the movies, we damn near went and got something to eat at a restaurant. So we would go out to eat sometimes. Sometimes we would stay in the house, watch movies, order some food, or go get some food and take it and bring it back to the house. Stuff like that. And like I said, we did rush into it. I feel like we rushed into it because I shouldn't have been, you know, living there. I went from spending the night and then coming back home to like being over there, and I would only come over here to get some more clothes. And I don't know, I really can't even tell y'all where or when it happened to where the point where I had enough clothes where I barely even came home. I swear to God, I don't even remember when I would come home to get more clothes. In all honesty, I would bring a whole spend the night bag, and I would just bring like enough clothes to get me through like the week. And then I don't even remember how I would get enough clothes over there, because I didn't used to come home. I really damn near spent at least 1 month over there, a whole full month over at John's, and I wasn't home. Yeah, so okay, so now we're getting into May. I still don't have a job. Still, you know, there. I was very much into him. I was very much into the relationship around this time. Oh shit, let's get to June. June come. Okay, it was June 3rd. He made me his girlfriend. I told him, you know, like, we not gonna make it a fit. Like, I was supposed to him and everything. Like, we was damn near in a relationship, but I wanted it to be, I'm one of those girls where I feel like, you know, call it old school or not, childish or not, petty or not, to me, I like to be asked to my face, can you be my girlfriend? Will you be my girlfriend? I'm not about to be that whole like texting thing, like, oh, you know what it is, or we kicking it and you know we getting serious, but nobody made it official, but we know in our head like you my nigga and I'm your bitch. Nah, I don't like that. I like it to be said to me. I like effort to be made to show like, yeah, I want you to be my girlfriend. I want to take you. I want to be taken out on a date. You know, asked out properly. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm that type of girl. I like that. And you know, so we made it official. I think we had went out to eat or something like that. I think we did. Yeah, we went out to eat. I forgot what restaurant, but we went out to eat. He asked me, he's like, so you're my girlfriend? I'm like, yeah. So that was June 3rd. So we was talking since April, and we became boyfriend and girlfriend officially June 3rd, okay? So June goes by, we in a relationship. I'm still kind of into it. No, I'm not gonna say kind of into it. I'm still into a relationship at this time. And then July comes. My birthday is July 3rd. Oh no, I think by the end of June. Yeah, cause his little cousin had a prom send off or something like that. So it was around like mid-June or maybe end of June, whenever they prom was. I went to the send off with John. I met his mom for the first time. You know, we was talking, and that's when his mom had asked me like, where am I working or whatever. Cause I'm sure John had told his mom that we met at the airport. We met at the job that he was at or whatever. So she was asking me like, you know, I work at Dollar Tree. You know, she's basically telling me like, she's the manager at Dollar Tree, she can get me in. So I was like, okay, cool, I ain't got a problem with it. Even though, you know, Dollar Tree makes like minimum wage, I really wasn't tripping because my birthday was coming up. I needed some money, I needed some coins, I need something at least to get me off, at least to hold me off until I could find another job. You feel me? So I took it. I told her, yeah, you know, I don't mind. So I ended up working at Dollar Tree. I think the next week maybe, and then week or so, and then my birthday came, and his mom got me a birthday cake or whatever. I don't know what we did for my birthday. I honestly cannot tell you. I don't remember what we did for my birthday, if we did anything. I don't remember. That's crazy. That's blank to me. I don't remember what we did. Okay, so my birthday goes by. This is past July 3rd. Now this is like mid-July. So August comes. I invited John on this camping trip that I go on with my family every year. And you know, we go up north to Port Huron. We go to this place called Camp KOA or whatever. And I usually go with my friends, Brianna and Deshawn, and we usually bring a +1, or Deshawn brings her cousin, or just somebody. Like, we usually bring a boo or somebody that we deal with at that moment, because we usually have our own cabins. I had invited John. We had a decent time. Around this time, then I was losing interest. And honestly, no, I think before this time, I had brought it up to John, that I had mentioned to him like, you know, I think we kind of moving fast, or I don't remember the exact words I said to him, but it was something along the lines of like, we don't got the chance to miss each other. Like, you know, I'm waking up to you, I'm going to sleep to you, you feel me? You go to work and I'm in your room, I'm surrounded by everything that's yours, so it's not like I'm got a chance to really miss you, because I'm in where you sleep. Like, I'm in it's like your presence is here. Your presence is here, you just not here. Like, if you get what I'm saying, it's like I don't really got no chance to really miss you. You feel me? Then you go to work, you come back, we kick it a little bit, we eat a little bit, you play on the game for a little bit. I didn't have a problem with him playing the game at all. Like, I really used to watch him play the game, or I used to be watching my YouTube videos on my phone. But yeah, you know, we go to sleep together, we wake up together, and it's the same thing over and over. Even when I got the job from Dollar Tree or whatever, that was a part-time job. I think I was there for about 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, I think I would work there for 4 or 5 hours, I think. But even then, it's like, you feel me? You picking me. Well, did I have my car? I don't know. It was times I did have my car, because his uncle was working on my car. But, you know, he would pick me up. It just be the same thing. Like, it was getting repetitive. It was getting kind of like worn out to me a little bit. I don't want to say worn out because that sounds harsh, but it was getting worn out to me. And I felt like it's because we like rushed into it so early, like, and this is what was going through my head. Well, when I had this conversation with John, I was telling him like, you know, we don't have the chance to miss each other, and he was basically like, I wasn't saying it to mention that we need to break up or anything like that. I was bringing it up to him as a problem in our relationship so that we could fix it. Because at this time, I didn't want to just, I wasn't ready to completely give up or whatever. And we came to an agreement like, yeah, you can go back over, you can go back to your house or whatever. And we had stopped spending so much time. We had said we can go back to what we was doing in the beginning, which is spending his off days or the weekends with him. And then when he go to work or whatever, I go back home. And so we did that. We agreed on that. And I think we tried it for like a week, maybe 2 weeks. I kid y'all not, I do not know how I ended back over at his uncle's house. I don't know how I ended back over there with my clothes and everything, because during the time of the camping trip, I literally had ordered a box of stuff specifically for the camping trip from Fashion Nova. I think I got it shipped here to my house, to our apartment, but I ended up bringing the whole box to John's house. Like literally, I brought the whole box to John's house. I came here, got the box, brought it to John's house, had a whole box of fashion. I'm telling you, it was a big box of Fashion Nova stuff. And plus I had my spend the night clothes that I already had. I don't know how we got back in the situation to where we was living together again. I don't know how. Like it's like we was inseparable type shit. Like we couldn't, cause it got to a point where I felt like being at home was weird. It was weird to me. I think that's what it was. I think I had told him like, I don't really like, cause the situation back then, the living situation I had was just like uncomfortable. It was just too much going on. And when I had that outlet to go live with somebody else or to, be in another household, and then on top of that, we're in a relationship, I took that as an opportunity and I ran with it. So that's probably how I ended up back over there. And yeah, so camping trip came. This is when I started like feeling like, yeah, I don't know. I started losing interest in him, and this is so bad. I started losing interest in him. Mentally, my mind, and people say this a lot, like females, they leave the relationship mentally first and then physically. They don't never, it's never the opposite way around. I was kind of leaving the relationship mentally for a minute, but I was trying to work on it with him when we had the conversation, and we was trying to find a resolution to fix it before we just decided to break up or whatever. But I mentally was kind of like drifting away from the relationship, but physically I was still there. Wow. That was so disrespectful. And we spent 3 days, I think it was 3 days and 4 nights or something like that at the camp. And then we went back home. I went back home to his house. I probably came home to change, to wash, like get a new change of clothes and stuff like that. But I went back to his house. And around this time, I was starting to I would talk to my friends in the group chat, like, I would tell them what's going on and how I'm feeling and stuff, and I would tell them how I started to compare me and John's relationship to the relationship before me and John, which was 2019. So August 2018, I had a relationship. That was my last relationship before my previous relationship. And I was comparing me and John's relationship to that one. We're gonna name this dude Dylan. So I was comparing me and John's relationship to me and Dylan's relationship back in 2018. The things I would compare is just, for one, the number one thing that stuck out was that we didn't move fast at all. Me and Dylan didn't move fast at all. Me and Dylan, I would literally only go over, because Dylan stayed with his grandma, and he stayed in what is that? East Point. And I would only go over because Dylan worked weekdays. He worked all through the week. So I would only go over to see Dylan on weekends. Like, I think it would sometimes be Friday night. Sometimes I come over Saturday. But I would spend the night weekends and then leave Sunday or leave Monday morning because he had to go to work. That's how it would be. Like, every weekend we went on a date, and it was fresh because I feel like that's what kept it fresh, because I had time to miss him. Not only is he way out in East Point, you feel me? But, you know, we can only text, FaceTime here and there, talk on the phone during the week for 5 days straight, and then I only got like 2 days to see you. Like, of course I'm gonna miss you when I'm not around you. So when I was just comparing stuff like that to with Dylan, I was comparing that to me and John's relationship. And also, like, you know, like I said, we went on dates. Like every weekend it would be something like spontaneous. And like we went to freaking Dave and Buster's. One weekend we went to Dave and Buster's. One weekend we went to the zoo. One weekend we went to the movies. The movies was our thing for sure. It was just like fresh, and I was just comparing. That's where I messed up at. I was just comparing, you know, that to me and John's relationship, and that's what kind of was making me, you know, uninterested more, because I'm like, dang, like, you know, we moved too fast, you know. And then like I said, our dates was minimal. Me and John's, like, I don't know, it just wasn't the same, because it's like we was going on dates, but like I said, I wasn't getting the chance to miss him, so I wasn't really like enjoying it as much as I was enjoying it with Dylan. Me and John would go on dates, and then I go home to him, sleep with him, wake up with him. You feel me? Like, it's just, I don't know. So where I started to cheat at was when I reached out to, I texted, my friends are terrible. I texted my friends. I think I texted Brianna, and I was like, can you go, because I think I had him blocked. Oh no, I didn't. I think I had him, we either had each other blocked, or I didn't have his number, or I couldn't find his social media or something. So I reached out to Brianna, and I was like, can you DM Dylan and tell Dylan to text me? Oh my gosh, I told her to DM Dylan and tell him to text me, because I wanted to talk to him. And I think at this time I still had pictures of me and John on my Instagram and stuff like that, you know. So it was evident I was still in a relationship, but I was still wanting to reach out to Dylan. So she did it, and he texted me, and we was texting, and we never met up. Me and Dylan never met up, never linked. We never talked on the phone, actually. I don't think we talked on the phone. I don't think so. If we did, it was just once. But we never met up, none of that, did none of that. That's why I kind of said cheating, but I still stepped out. So, you know, I know my wrong, and that was wrong. So, but yeah. We was texting, and I was basically telling him, but I was telling my friends in the group chat and what I was feeling. Like, you know, we moved too fast. I'm starting to lose interest. And then because I'm losing interest mentally, I'm starting to lose interest physically too. As in, like, starting to lose interest in John himself. And I was telling him that, and I was just like, you know, I'm comparing it to me and you. This is what I was telling Dylan. I was telling Dylan, yada yada, and we moved too fast, and I'm comparing me and John's relationship to me and your relationship. I was telling that to Dylan. Like, I just remember I got the screenshots to Twitter DM, because we started, I think he DM'd me on Twitter. Yeah, it started, no, we started texting, and I was being a little sneaky, and I was just like, you know, you need to DM me on Twitter, because me and John had each other's passwords, and we wouldn't go through each other's phone like that, but if we had access to it and we wanted to look in it, it would be no problem, you know. We just had access to it, you feel me? And I was telling John, like, hey, I was telling Dylan, you gotta DM me on Twitter, because he got my password, and he might see, because I never saved Dylan's number in my phone. It was just, you know, an unknown number. I was telling Dylan, like, you know, he got my password to my phone, so he might, you know, see our number or whatever, and this and that. So DM me on Twitter. So we started DMing on Twitter, and like I do got the screenshots, I think, because I actually think he blocked me, but I'm gonna still try to find it. But yeah, I'm gonna post them right here if I find them. I don't remember what was said, but yeah, like, it was nothing. I was just telling Dylan, I think I did mention, like, I missed Dylan, and I missed the relationship, and I was comparing Dylan's relationship with me to John's relationship with me, and, you know, I just missed that. And I was also telling Dylan, like, you know, I do plan on breaking up with John later this week. But yeah, so me and Dylan's conversation was very harmless, but at the same time, I had no business doing it. So this is how John found out that I was cheating. One day, me and John had, mind you, me and Dylan was texting, including DMs. We was in communication for I say 2, maybe 3 days. 3 days max. We wasn't even talking for that long. I really think it was 2 days. Yeah, I think it was 2 days cause John's birthday had came up, and for his birthday, I think he got me this ring for his birthday. Or, no, I'm sorry, not for his birthday. I think it was a late birthday present gift. But he gave me this ring. I'm gonna have a video right here. He gave me this ring, or was the day after his birthday. I don't remember. So I don't remember if it was on his birthday or not, but he gave me this ring the day that we broke up. Right before we broke up. And yeah, we were supposed to go to the movies. We had paid for our tickets and everything. And that morning I had woke up and he had the little box next to my head by the pillow. And I opened it, whatever, seen the ring. He was playing a game too. And we was getting ready for the movies. And I was downstairs doing my hair or my edges or something like that in a bathroom. And mind you, he got my password. So while he was upstairs, I should have took my phone. I'm not gonna say I should have took my phone, because anyway, while he was upstairs, he went through my phone. He seen the messages with me and Dylan. I don't have those messages no more. My phone deletes messages after 30 days. So I was telling him, without telling my friends, like I was, not really in a relationship. Like I wasn't there mentally and I was losing interest. So that's what I was telling Dylan, and that's what John saw. And he also saw where I said, John got my password, so DM me on Twitter. So I think he went to my Twitter too, and he was looking at my DMs or something like that. He was upstairs, I was downstairs doing my hair, and he came down the steps, and he had my phone in his hand, and he was just like, his face was just like, bro, his face was just emotionless, damn near, like not emotionless, but you could tell he was hurt. He was like, what is this? And I just was like, I knew when he was coming down the steps that he had my phone in his hand. I didn't even look. I just knew, because the way he was up there quiet for a minute. First of all, he was up there quiet. I knew my phone was up there. I left my phone up there. So yeah, and he was like, what is this? And I looked and I was like, and I just kept doing my edges in the mirror. And he was just asking me like, so you breaking up with me, or you want to break up with me, or you leaving me, or something like that? Because in the message I had said I was gonna plan on telling John later that week. But yes, he was like, so you was gonna break up with me? You want to break up? Or I thought we was good and stuff like that. And I was just quiet. I'm like, I literally didn't have nothing to say. I was caught. I'm not about to sit there and lie. I'm not about to try to, no. So I was just like, I didn't smile. I was just like, I kept doing my edges. And then, I think I tried to take the phone from him or something like that, because he had seen it already. So like, what do you still got my phone for? He went in his cousin's room, which was next to the bathroom, and he closed the door, I think. And he was in there showing his cousin the messages and stuff like that, like, look and stuff like that. He was in there showing his cousin the phone, the messages, whatever, because his cousin and John had went to go pick out John picked out the ring, but his cousin went with him. They went to go to the mall and get the ring, and they did it while I was asleep. And John was gonna surprise me, so his cousin knew about the ring and stuff like that. So he went in a room with his cousin. He closed the door, and he was showing his cousin the phone and stuff like that, and they had locked the door. So I'm at the door like, bro, this is childish. Like, you read it already, just give me my phone. And then he opened up the door, and his cousin was like, he was laughing, but his cousin was laughing. He was like, you gotta go, bro. And I was like, I know, I was about to go anyway. What you thought I was about to stay here? I had an attitude because, like, stop talking to me. Like, what do you mean? Stop talking to me. Like, until I'm about to go. Like, no, like, I don't even need your 2 cents. Like, I know what I'm doing. I said that to him, like, duh, why would I stay? I know I gotta go. So I went upstairs, grabbed my stuff, put my stuff in the car, and John was he wasn't like arguing or cussing at me or nothing. He was just like, I could tell he was hurt. I ain't had nothing to say. I'm like, what you want me to say? Sorry. So yeah, I left, and then I think he had asked for his ring back. And I'm like, no, because I spent this amount of money on you for your birthday, and I don't want none of that stuff back. I don't care if we was to break up because of something you did or something I did. I'm not about to ask you for some stuff back that I got as a gift to you. You feel me? Like, and I can say that wholeheartedly. If I caught him cheating on me, I wouldn't sit there and ask for, like, for example, one thing I got him was some Crocs. I'm about to ask you for some Crocs back, bro. Some Crocs back, bro. All the stuff that I bought him equaled up to way more than what this ring costs. That's all I'm gonna say. I felt like, no, you're not getting this ring back. I had the receipt and everything. Like, I could have went and got the money back, but they petty ass talking about, oh no, we need the person who bought the ring on a receipt or whatever to we have to get that we have to send that refund to him, to the person on file. So I didn't even get to refund it. Like, but like, no, like, this is the gift to me. Why do you want, like, no, you're not getting it back. Sorry. Like, this is nowhere near half as much as what I spent on you for your birthday. Okay? Like, you're not getting this ring back. That's what I just felt like. And then so that happened, you feel me? And to this day, I'm not even gonna say cordial, whatever that thing is below cordial. Like, we not on bad terms and like that. We done had a few situations since that situation, because like I said, if you didn't watch my video where I was telling you that my best friend tried to, my old best friend was talking to him. Yeah, go watch that video right now. I found out that she was my best friend, my old best friend of like freaking years, was talking to this dude, my ex. Yeah. But we had little situations since then, and you feel me? And I didn't even end up with Dylan. And I don't feel salty about it, because it's not like I was hitting up Dylan to get back in a relationship with Dylan. Me and Dylan actually stopped talking, like, I say a week or so after me and John had broke up. Like, so yeah, it's time that I cheated. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Once again, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing to me. And what else I gotta say? Yeah, watch my previous videos. My social medias will be in the description below. And out this bitch, yo.